Yo Internet, welcome to another episode of Recap Corner. For some reason, it feels like Bungou Stray Dogs has evolved immensely from its first season. I mean, at first I kind of thought that those first 4 episodes like that happened in this, or at least like in season 2, were basically just going to be like were basically going to be the high point, and then it's going to just drop off somewhere along that line. Now, honestly, after episode 4, it did kind of have like a few little bumps in the road, but honestly, looking at how the very first season kind of bled into what it is now, and then, or at least kind of led into this, and then episode 5 kind of taking the series and kind of leading us into, well now the whole guild versus poor mafia versus the detective agency thing is basically giving a lot more care. And it's also interesting too, because it's like, well, every single character that you sort of saw in the first season, even though the first season was more Dezai and fucking Kunikita heavy, this one's more or less really focused on character, especially since, you know, it kind of starts off with the whole Rampo versus the Edgar Allan Poe thing of basically Edgar Allan Poe. Well, now you kind of assume that this would go that normal route of Rampo forgetting whoever in the fuck he was, and him just sort of like just falling like into this crazy little trap and shit. But you do kind of understand something between the two, which is that first, Edgar Allan Poe, of course, he does sort of feel that, well, Rampo, he never took me seriously. I saw him as a rival, and basically he forced me to kind of see things, man, basically he kind of defeated me, and I saw that as a major loss. And of course, you see that like with like his interesting story. However, I do kind of find it funny though that I did kind of find out like the possible end to his story of basically who the murderer was before like Rampo did. I did kind of find that interesting. And also even Rampo's thing of after him solving it and then basically coming out and saying, well, yeah, I do respect you, Edgar Allan Poe, of course. And also him basically saying like if I turn out to be a regular person who's just a really good detective, well, I'll look silly. I mean, come on, I can't do that. You know, like, it's a very interesting little character thing. And even shifting over to like the whole seriousness of watching Rampo and fucking Dezai, like watching them kind of make the plan and shit of saying like this ain't gonna work, this ain't gonna work. But then you also kind of understand though is that they also have a lot of faith in Asushi, even though he still is sort of like their youngest and most naive member. So you do understand that too. They set up a lot of stuff for most likely a lot of future episodes, and and it's very interesting for me to say this, especially since, again, with you watching the first season and then kind of watching this one, I'm actually really interested like in what's gonna happen in the next episode, because they do end this like on a crazy highlight with the whole thing of, okay, you have less than an hour to stop Moby Dick from basically crashing down in Japan upon both the headquarters of the Port Mafia and also the detective agency, and them leaving a curse or basically a virus like in the area. So basically he has to fight. So Asushi kind of has to make his way to the controls to stop that. And also now he has to fight Agatagawa, which is which is a problem anyway, because Agatagawa is virtually just as powerful as Asushi is now, or at the very least, like, he could be stronger. Like, we don't necessarily know, because again, like, he's only fought like that priest dude who had very similar abilities, but then it's like he destroyed him and also Margaret with no fucking problem. So, and also, even if Asushi, if he does beat him, there's still the whole thing of how is he gonna fight the fucking rich dude with the Great Gatsby ability, which basically every single time he spends money, he gets physically stronger. So basically, if he throws a wad of cash in the air, he's now as strong as as fucking Colossus. So now that's a problem, you know. But till then, though, that is what I gotta say about that. Please tell me what you think about this down there in the comment section. See you on the next John Grave Show. I'm out. Hello, Internet. Welcome to another episode of Recap Corner, and welcome to the first episode of Naruto, the last animated series, even though it's still branded Naruto Shippuden. So, of course, like, we are on episode 484. And what is going on in this episode? Well, they finally bring back Kekkei Genkai. And I'm actually happy for that, because it's actually really nice to talk about specific abilities which don't revolve around the tail beast or the fucking Sharingan or the Byakugan. You know, I mean, like, they've talked enough about those. However, the interesting thing about this episode